I'm asked over and over, what's the best electric toothbrush? What's best is subjective, and my recommendations are usually adjusted based on the most common interpretations of the word best. I recommend models that are best overall, where they have a good balance between price, quality and features. I then recommend models that are technically better or superior, but often come at a cost. And then there are those that are best when the budget is particularly tight. But I want to flip this question on its head and say that there are no bad electric toothbrushes. Okay, well, a slight caveat in that there are potentially a couple of bad ones, but 99% of them are more than satisfactory. First, let's establish what a toothbrush, manual or electric, is meant to do. Its main job is simple: remove plaque effectively. When you compare an electric toothbrush to a manual one, studies show that most electric models outperform manual brushing because they provide consistent movements, they can cover more surface area with less effort, and they often include timers and pressure sensors to improve your technique. So in a general sense, any electric toothbrush has the potential to be a good toothbrush. Now, where things start to vary is in the features, build quality and user experience. Features. More expensive brushes often come with things like multiple cleaning modes, app connectivity or advanced pressure sensors. These aren't essential for everyone but can be helpful for certain users. Build quality. Budget brushes might cut corners on materials. That doesn't mean they're bad, but they may feel less durable or have shorter lifespans and warranties. User experience. A toothbrush with poor battery performance, like one that needs recharging every few days, can be frustrating. I personally find brushes like the Oral-B Vitality with no LED to show how much battery power remains or if it is charging quite irritating. As can brushes with stiff or overly soft buttons, or a lack of labels to identify which mode is selected. So while it's rare to find an outright bad toothbrush, you'll definitely notice differences in how they perform and how long they last. Now let's talk about the exceptions, because yes, there are some toothbrushes I'd call bad. In my experience, and I have tested a lot of different toothbrushes, the only ones that have actually done a bad job are certain brushes that are very different to the norm. Mouthpiece toothbrushes, also known as whole mouth or automatic brushes, are one such example. They look to clean all or the vast majority of teeth at the same time. Amabrush and Unobrush are two that have done a really bad job. One clinical study found that a V-White model was no more effective than not using a toothbrush at all. This is an emerging toothbrush category and there are models that are substantially better, but you get my point. I don't recall many rotary or sonic toothbrushes, what I would consider a conventional electric toothbrush, that I have used that I could honestly say is awful. I've definitely bought a few and not reviewed them as they are not worth my time. These are usually off-brand or poorly made products, and here's why. Inconsistent bristle movement. If the brush doesn't provide consistent oscillations, rotations or vibrations, it's not cleaning effectively. Cheap materials. Sometimes the bristles or plastic parts can break down quickly, making them unsafe or unhygienic. Incredibly low prices. If it's too good to be true, it often is. A particularly low price can be a potential sign that the actual product isn't up to scratch. There is a cost associated with producing a quality product. There are many smaller or lesser known brands that are very good, but you can help yourself by sticking to reputable brands like Oral-B and Philips Sonicare, for example. Ultimately, what matters most isn't just the toothbrush, but how you use it. Even the fanciest electric toothbrush won't work miracles if you don't brush for the right amount of time, use the proper technique, or pair it with flossing and regular dental checkups. That's why I say there are few truly bad electric toothbrushes. Most will get the job done if you're consistent. So, are there bad electric toothbrushes? Not many. But it's all about finding the one that fits your needs, budget and preferences. If you're unsure where to start, check out our reviews and video recommending the best electric toothbrushes.